today we are going to try to bake a traditional cake which is originally comes from Western Bohemia. It is called the Chods cake. The Chods were a Czech-speaking ethnic group who were guarding the western border of Bohemia in the past, and they also created quite distinctive culture. They are known for very rich costumes and bagpipes, and today we're going to try to bake their traditional cake. Tare, try to take this one so that we know what it should look like when we finish. We'll see. And we'll start with the ingredients. So what we need half a kilogram of flour, we need a bit of salt, we need some fat, which may be butter or something similar. We need yeast, fresh yeast. We need sugar, milk, and 1 egg with 1 yolk. And at the beginning we're going to prepare the leaven and the dough. First we should be sure that all the ingredients we're going to use are of the same and preferably room temperature, which means it's good to prepare everything at least 30 minutes before we start working. To start with, we're going to create or to make the leaven, which means we use the yeast this way. Yeah, 1 spoon of sugar, 1 spoon of flour, and 1 spoon of warm, not hot, definitely not hot, but also not cold, 1 spoon of warm, or 2 spoons can be used, of warm milk. Then we mix everything together. This is very important to leave the leaven arise, because after that the dough can work easily and also works well. So this is the leaven at the beginning, what it should look like. Then we cover it and put it into some place to arise. To nemusíš tohle.
Tak tam když tak mi
Well, and while the leaven is arising, we may start preparing the dough, which means we need to sift the flour into a bowl. This adds air into, which makes the dough better, and the result is also better. So this is it. You can see that I'm using the whole grain flour, sorry. This is healthier, but the taste is the same. This is faster, but cannot be done with the whole amount. Okay, so this is the flour. It is necessary to use a bit of salt. Not much, but if you forget to put the salt into, that you would probably throw all the cakes away because they would not be nice to eat. So this is the thing. Then sugar, okay, now the eggs. Okay, so now we need something to mix it more easily. So these are the eggs. Then the milk, slowly. Yes. Oh, it looks well. Okay, so now we can have a look if the leaven has arisen. As we can see, so those small bubbles have appeared. This means that the leaven has started rising. So this would be the first part. Okay. Also, still there are 2 ingredients to put into the leaven and the fat, but it's important to put the fat into the dough at the end. If we do it at the beginning, the flour would not accept any other ingredients and the dough would not work well. Yeah, so again we can see the bubbles. It has started. So let's put it inside. Yes. So let's mix it a bit. And the last ingredient would be that melted butter or some melted fat. Okay. We should mix everything together. Don't be afraid of mixing it well. The dough needs to get some initial kick to start working. So here is our dough. We'll use a bit of flour just to cover the surface very slightly. Then we cover the bowl with a clean cloth and leave it for 30 minutes to work. good to leave it in some warm place. After the 30 minutes, when the dough has been working, we can see it has almost doubled its amount. Well, so now we're going to divide the dough into 3 parts. As we're going to have, it's not easy, we're going to have 3 cakes. So we'll try to divide the dough into 3 small portions and put each of them into 1 plate, hoping that the amount of dough in each of them is more or less the same. Tada, help me where to add in here. Do they look the same? Yes, no? That one more?
Yeah.
This one, yeah? And one more?
That one.
This one. Okay, so this is another thing we need to do. So it's the next step in which we've got 3 portions, and we'll leave these portions for another 15 minutes to work. And while they are working, we're going to prepare the fillings for the cakes. We're going to use 3 fillings: plum jam, cottage cheese, and melt poppy. Well, so as we've said, we're going to use 3 different types of fillings, which we now have to prepare until the dough is working. So the first filling is going to be the melt poppy, which we're going to mix with 100 milliliters of hot milk. We're going to add 2 spoons of melted sugar. You can also add some honey if you like, and 1 teaspoonful of cinnamon. Yeah, so this is what we are going to mix and let it wait for a while to use for the cake. The other filling will be the cottage cheese. It's half of a kilogram or 500 grams of fat cottage cheese. We're going to add lemon peel, vanilla sugar, or of course you can use the real vanilla if you've got, and 3 spoons of melted sugar or powder sugar. This is what we're going to mix. There is 1 egg. We need to be aware of the fact that the cottage cheese should be thick enough not to escape away from the cake. So this is it. And the last filling is the plum jam filling, which is homemade plum jam mixed with a spoon of rum or brandy or some similar alcohol or spirits to make the taste a bit better. Again, you can taste, if you feel, you can add some sugar into this filling as well. Well, so after the 15 minutes, we take each bun on the separate plate and make it our cake, which means we need to adjust the shape to be, let's say, circular, like this. And this shape will be filled with our fillings. Now we've got the shapes of our cakes. We can see that some are a bit small, some are a bit bigger, but it's not that important. The edges of each cake should be treated with whisked eggs. It's mainly to make the color after the baking nicer and shiny. Well, so now we're going to add the fillings. The main filling is the cottage cheese, which is going to create the base for the decorations. So we need to distribute it evenly, if possible, this way, and we have to spread it all over the base of a cake. Yeah, so basically this way. Of course, we have to avoid the edges. We need to have the edges only like they are. Now we're going to start decorating the cakes. We can use either piping bags that are used with different tips of different shapes and sizes, or if we haven't got any of these, we can also use the plastic bag, which we cut in the corner, and it's good when the bag is sealable, which is better for the work. Well, so now we're going to put some filling into the piping bag. This way. And we can start. This helps us fill the piping bag this way, and now we can start decorations this way, and we do the same with plum jam, and we do the same with all three cakes, hoping we have enough fillings for all of them. Well, we've finished our decoration, which we basically can also use almonds for, just to make our cakes look nicer. And we preheated the oven to 180 degrees and we'll bake the cakes for about 20 minutes. But it is good to check mainly the color so that we do not spoil our work. where to put it. And after 20 minutes we'll see the results of our work, and we'll see if our hot cakes look similar to the original. Also, these are our hot cakes. In between there is, let's say, the original from the original Chods bakery, and this is the result of our today's baking recipe.